What is up, guys? Ninja Nick 333. We are back for another match that came out of this league challenge in East Greenbush, New York here. I'm going to call this like round 3.1 or round 3B or something like that. This is just kind of something that happened in the intermission here. This game and the next game both happened during an intermission here because those last two rounds happened so fast, and I was still in the middle of my match. These two guys literally just like started my camera and sat down. And they just started playing. These are the decks that they were both playing in the tournament. So we have my buddy Chris Saikala here on the left. He is playing the Gardevoir deck. He unfortunately did not actually do very well in the tournament himself there, but we do have Scott here, who I believe may be undefeated at this point in the tournament still. He's the guy that I played in round 1 with the Arceus Duraludon Vulpix deck. So Chris is going to use double battle VIP pass, and he's going to get a completely filled bench turn 1. He's got triple Ralts down, he's got Radiant Greninja and a Zacian V. And he started the Mew as well. So Scott's just questioning. He's like, wait a minute, you got 5 off the battle VIP? He's like, no, I had one of those in my hand. We are going to use the concealed cards. We are going to discard 1 basic energy to draw 2 cards. We are going to attach to the Zacian as well and play a Judge here, because our opponent did go first and just attach a double turbo energy. But as always, that is all that Arceus needs to do. This is what I tried to do to Scott in our round 1 match, but unfortunately the Judge did not do anything to hinder his hand and only really hindered myself. So we are going to see if this ends up working out or not. I do see that there's a Sharon's Care into basic energy, and I think a Nest Ball is the other card. So Chris is just going to go ahead here. He's going to use his Mew to find a rare candy off the top 6 of his deck, and use Roar of the Sword to start charging up the Zacian. So perfectly played here by Chris, and it looks like we do actually have a Judge. I guess maybe that wasn't just Sharon's Care. So we do have the Judge from Scott here. We are going to be able to attach a basic metal, I believe that is, in order to have the Arceus be fully powered up. And we will judge both players into a new 4 cards. Chris redraws into the rare candy, which is pretty good for him here. And Scott looks like he draws into... Okay, that's got to be the Sharon's Care this time, right? But he does have the Drapion. So it looks like he's going to go for the Trinity Charge. Honestly, I'm not... Well, I mean, yeah. I almost would rather use the attack and knock out the Mew. But if you do that and the rare candy Gardevoir EX comes out, you just lose the game. So this is the correct play from Scott here, to use the first attack, the Trinity Charge, to start setting up this Vulpix V on the bench. And we do see rare candy Gardevoir EX here. So yeah, had he attacked and take the aggressive turn with the 1 prize card on the Mew, we would see Zacian come up and one-shot the Arceus, and then there would just be a Vulpix with no energy in play. So Scott would have absolutely no way to contest the board that Scott built. So we are going to use our Kirlia to discard a Psychic Energy and draw 2 cards. We're going to now Ultra Ball. Looks like we're considering getting rid of Shining Arcana Gardevoir. I think that that's fine to get rid of here. You usually only play 1 to 2 of those, but Zacian is usually your main attacker most of the time, so it's better to just get rid of that and get another Kirlia into play here, especially since you don't have another rare candy. If you had another rare candy, it would have been better to just rare candy that Ralts into Gardevoir and then use Shining Arcana, because you'd basically be in the same position here. So we're going to draw 2 more cards. Looks like just another couple ball cards we have here. And we have quite a lot of energy in the discard pile, so we're going to attach 1 to Mew with Psychic Embrace so that we can retreat. And then we're going to attach a bunch more here to the Zacian V so that we will be able to one-shot this Arceus V, the Arceus V that our opponent has here, and take the knockout. So Chris is putting the appropriate damage counters down now that he needs, and he's going to take the first 2 prize cards of the game. So Scott, as long as he can get the evolution to the Vulpix here this turn, he's actually not in that bad of a spot, but unfortunately he just top decks a double turbo energy, and his only supporter in hand is that Sharon's Care. And he can take the knockout with the Vulpix with either of the 2 attacks on it. which is definitely what you want to do, because then maybe your opponent doesn't have an out to that. But of course, Chris immediately benches a Mimikyu EX, fully charges it up, and then takes the knockout on the Vulpix, and that's game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe and all that good stuff up above, and we will be back with another round of these two guys playing another game, but I think Chris plays a different deck in this next one. So we will see you guys then.